The village of Blackwood was the kind of place where silence clung to the trees. Old oaks leaned heavy over crooked lanes, their branches rattling like bones whenever the October wind howled through. Folks didn't venture out much after sunset, not once the leaves had turned and the nights grew long. There was talk of the Lantern Man, and every child in Blackwood grew up with the same warning. Never follow the light in the forest. They said he was tall as a scarecrow, draped in rags that smelled of wet earth, with a hood stitched from burlap sacks. In his hand always, a lantern burning with a strange blue flame. The flame never flickered. Even in storms, it lured wanderers of the path deeper and deeper into the woods. And those who followed, they were never seen again. On Halloween night, when the moon sat thin as a blade, 17-year-old Clara dared her friends she would prove the legend wrong. She laughed at their nervous glances, their half-whispered prayers. "It's just an old story," she told them, pulling her cloak tight around her shoulders. A tale to scare children into staying home after dark. But her friends refused to go. So Clara went alone. The woods were colder than she expected, breath rising like smoke as she pushed through thorn and shadow. The silence was heavy, unnatural, no owls, no rustling leaves, just the sound of her boots on the path. She almost turned back. Almost. Then she saw it. A light. It hung between the trees, swaying as if someone carried it. The flame burned pale blue, casting long, skeletal shadows across the trunks. Clara's heart raced. She thought of the old stories, but pride kept her feet moving. She followed. The lantern bobbed slowly ahead, always just far enough to keep her chasing. Branches clawed at her cloak, roots tried to trip her, but she pressed on, breath growing ragged. At last the figure came into view, a tall man in rags, his hood stitched tight across his face. He stopped. The lantern lifted, its glow spilling over the forest floor. For the first time, Clara saw what lay beneath the trees, dozens of bones. Skulls grinning in silence, ribs jutting from moss, finger bones reaching upward as if clawing for escape. The man turned, and from the burlap hood came no face, no eyes, no mouth, only darkness. Clara's scream split the forest. Back in the village, her friends waited by the fire, trying not to glance at the window. They heard nothing but the whistle of wind and the crackle of flames. They told themselves she would be back soon. She had to be. But when morning came and the search party followed her tracks into the forest, they found the only one thing. Her cloak, tangled in the branches, and beside it a lantern, still burning blue.